For those of you that, are still, micromanaging, no offense, I apologize. I'm just, let go. Come on, let go.
Yeah.
Reach out to us. We'll help you. We'll help you let go. Continue to watch these shows, like and subscribe. We'll go deeper and deeper into this.
Your tip was amazing. That's a gold nugget. It's like, take the time to sit down and write out all the stuff that you have to do that you hate.
Yeah.
Or that you're not good at. And then, you don't have to get a real formal, like, organizational chart and put everything down and put all the people, but just like say, all right, this
just
sucks.
Like this.
I hate doing it.
Just write down things.
Yeah. Who can do that? Bob might be a helper, but he's got talent at this. You know what, Bob? This week we're going to let you try out payroll. Whatever it is, right?
Don't screw it up.
Just to start taking, all the crap off of your plate that you're not gonna you hate. And
congratulations.
Start doing that. it will be freedom. I mean, you might find it like, well, I need to hire somebody for this, but because you definitely will. But that's a great golden nugget. I was going down a path when somebody asked us earlier of like, okay, you got how many employees? Okay, you got 13 employees. Like, what are their qualifications? What are they good at? What do they like doing? I don't care what their job position is. Now put them in, who's going to take this box? Who's going to take this box? Who's going to take this box? And just, it's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be the end result of what the business looks like 5 years from now, but it's going to help tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, that's what I did. I mean, you have to write down what you're good at, what you think you're good at, and then what you like. Now, you may not like what you're good at. You may be good at something, but you just don't really like doing it, but you're really good at it. So, if you put someone else on it, they're going to do at least 80% of what you're doing. So it's not going to be a disaster. It's okay. You're really good at it, but you don't really like it. So give it to someone, let them handle it, let go of it, and focus on what you're good at and you like, and continue to find out what they're good at and what they like. And then everybody's happy working. They're happy because they're working on what they like. And if you do that, you keep delegating out and getting these people to do these tasks that you should let go of. And when you let go of these, the weight off of your shoulders is immediate. You will just feel like a breath of fresh air when you start doing this. Now, I don't mean dump everything on everyone and you just leave the business, and that's not what we're talking about. You still need to work, but you need to specialize.
Yeah.
And everyone
you need to be, I mean, people will notice if you're burnout, just, showing up every day.
You can't hide it.
If you're not healthy, functional, happy, like convinced that you're leading this charge to the next thing and where the business is going, and you're not excited about it, every single person from your employees to your customers they will see that, and that will emanate through them, and that will, like, your business will become a reflection of that. So if you can't show up with that face every day and lead and be that person, you shouldn't even show up sometimes, right? Because you got to figure out how to keep yourself in that mental space, because it's like weakness. They'll see it, and then all of a sudden it's like they lose confidence. And then when they lose confidence, they're not going to be confident going into that next call, and they're not going to close the next call. And it's going to be this vicious spiral of crap, just because you can't come in a good headspace every day. It's your requirement as a leader and a business owner to come in a good headspace, fresh and ready to go every single day. So whatever is keeping you from doing that, get rid of it. And
when you walk in the door at home, do the same thing.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. And like, I'm just realizing you need, like, the posters behind you, Billy. You got hustle and grind, right? Which is the impetus of, like, I'm starting a business. I'm going into the business for myself. I'm doing whatever. I got to hustle. I got to grind. I got to build something out of nothing. You got to do that for a little bit. But the most important one you're missing is delegation. That needs to go right in the middle behind you.
There you go. Maybe I'll change them up.
That's hustle, grind, and then delegation. That's really the key to getting to the next level in business.
Yeah.
The more that you can delegate, the more you grow.
I mean, and you can hustle and grind without wearing yourself out too. That's when you delegate. you're hustling and grinding even more because you've become more than yourself, and it's going to work for you and multiple, amounts of greater efficiency. And, you can do this. So everybody out there, hey, you can do this. I promise you can do this. And it doesn't take long. As fast as time's moving. I mean, 6 months from now, what is that? What is that? Now, does that mean going to the golf course every day, once you kind of get your arms around it? I mean, go to the golf course if you want for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, make sure you get your golf game in. But then you need to still work, but let's start working more efficiently, and let's start working from that 64,000 foot view or whatever. It's kind of like when an airplane takes off. When the airplane's leaving the runway, everything is moving really fast. That's being in the weeds. I mean, it's the ground's moving really fast. Everything, the danger, the highest part of the danger is right then and there, is when you're close to the ground. And as you ascend and get higher up in the air, everything starts slowing down. And the higher they get, the slower everything moves. In fact, it looks like it almost stops moving. You can't tell you're flying at 500 miles an hour. You can when you're by the ground, when you're only going 150 to get off in the air, but you're at 500 and you can't tell it. And it's the same way you should run your business. You should be at, 36,000 feet looking over the business and delegating, and where everything's slower, where your stress is lower. All this is the same thing as flying an airplane, because right now you're just on their runway trying to take off, and you're not and you're not taking off, and everything's just flying at you so fast. And that is what we're talking about today. That right there is the analogy that I need you to think about when you're having a bad day.
When you're starting off, you are the ground crew. You are the passengers. You are the flight attendants. You are the co-pilot. You are the pilot, right? And gradually, you want to just maybe become the pilot, right? And then, you can outsource the flight attendants, the ground crew, all of the other stuff. But even more, once you become the pilot, your next step should be what? How do I find a pilot? And now I'm just air traffic control. I think that's the ultimate goal, to get there. But most people just can't relinquish, like, well, I'm the best pilot there is, so I have to be the pilot, or I'm the best at the. You just, that's the bottleneck that keeps you from going from being successful to ultra successful.
So let me ask you a question. Does that mean you're really good at it if you can't delegate it to someone else? Think about that for a second.
Yeah.
So are you really that good at something if you can't even turn loose of it?
Can't, and you can't find somebody and train them and help them, get them to, at least your level. Are you that good at it?
Yeah. Oh, maybe that's the problem. Maybe you just, so take the time and write this stuff down and find out. Ask yourself. Find out more about yourself. You're too busy. You don't even know who you are anymore. You're too busy. You're flying around everywhere. Stop.
And don't do it willy-nilly. Like, have a plan, right? You can't just go out and hire 8 people tomorrow to take over all your stuff, right? You have a budget. You have manpower needs. You have to plan it in stages. You can't just but you can't be scared that you're going to spend a little bit more money, or you're going to have a little bit more payroll. Like, you have to plan it as part of the business expense, and you got to work it in.
That's right. I mean, I've gone through transitions. I've only been in business 5 years. I took that break. And so I've accelerate my transitions as fast as possible, and even in my software company, I'm not in the weeds at all anymore. And oh boy, that was glorious. 6 months ago, I was 8 foot tall weeds. I couldn't even see over them. I was so in them. And then it was time. I knew that it was time, that if I'm going to continue to grow this business, at the rate that it's growing, and continue that and improve it even more, I needed experts. I needed people that were better at it than me. And then I went out and we find these people and we put them in place, and now they're running the day to day. I'm out of the weeds, and the business is just blowing up and having the best month we've ever had. In the middle of July was our biggest month ever in software sales, right in the middle of air conditioning season. But yet it was a historical biggest month ever. Why? Because I let go.
Yeah.
I let go and let the experts handle it.
Hey, thank you for watching this video. Every week we're here to give you nuggets, golden nuggets, if you will, to help you run your business better. The little things that we don't have time to think about or do, we're bringing those out in the open. You're not going to get this information anywhere else, and it's very important that you like and subscribe so we can build this channel and we can help everyone in this industry as much as possible. So thanks again for watching.